The watches that are shown in this video and or any watch that I review on this channel are not counterfeit. I do not and will not ever knowingly review any counterfeit watches on my channel. YouTube policy defines counterfeit items as follows. Counterfeit goods contain a trademark or logo that is identical to or substantially indistinguishable from the trademark of another. And YouTube also defines further that they mimic the brand features of the product in an attempt to pass themselves off as a genuine product of the brand owner. None of the items I review on this channel meet either one of these requirements. I do not review items that are identical in any way to any brand or that attempt to pass themselves off as a genuine product of the brand owner. These items are all purchased legally and are publicly available to anyone to purchase themselves. To the best of my knowledge, all of the watches that I review are made by companies that have done their research to make sure that the items they sell are legal. I do not produce these items, I only review them. Once again, the watches you see in this video and any watch you see on this channel reviewed by me is not and are not counterfeit items as defined by YouTube policy.
Hey guys, Dave the Watchman here, coming at you with another video here. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to resize this watch for you here. This is a beautiful, beautiful watch by Steeldive. And I'm going to resize it for you so you guys can, when you guys get your version, you can size it and wear it immediately. So anyway, my name is Dave the Watchman, and I review budget-friendly watches for the everyman, because I don't believe that you should have to spend a fortune to look like you have a fortune. And if you like this content, please like, thumbs up, and subscribe. Like and subscribe, because I will be coming at you with more watch review videos. I'm always getting new watches in, and today is going to be a do-it-yourself video on how to resize this Steeldive 1953. Guys, this is a beautiful, beautiful watch made by Steeldive. It has a sapphire crystal with a beautiful magnification window, which, I mean, that is a very, very large magnification on that date window. It's got a ceramic bezel, very, very nice turning bezel, no play at all in this thing. Very good quality watch, these guys. It's got the Japanese NH35 movement in it, and it is water resistant up to, what is it, 100, I believe? Yep, 30 ATM. Very, very, very beautiful watch, nicely constructed with the milled folding clasp and the safety on it. It's just a wonderful watch all around. So basically what you got to do when you want to resize a watch, the very first thing you want to do is make sure you move the micro adjust pins to a central location. When I first got this one, the pin was all the way on the outer end. See how I've moved it? And that's basically just get something. You could even use a paper clip, where you actually press down the spring-loaded pin and you just kind of slide these backward or forward. But it's always nice to put it in a centralized location, because one of the things you want to be aware of as you're sizing the watch is you want to make sure that this clasp, when it's closed, is going to end up right in the center of your wrist here. You don't want it off to the side on either side, because then it's just an uncomfortable wear. So what you want to do is, while you're resizing it, you want that to be in the centralized position, and you also want to make sure that you're removing an equal amount of links from both sides. So, and I know I've done some other watch sizing videos before, and I haven't, mentioned all of those things, but those are very important things to make sure that you're aware of. So basically, what you want to do is what I do is I try to make a pyramid with the watch, and however many links are in that pyramid or that pinch is however many I want to remove. So it looks like in this case I got 4 that I need to remove, and then I'll want to move the micro adjust all the way to the outer. So what I'll do is I'll actually remove 2 from each side in this case. So what I'm going to do, with the help of my buddy here, is I'm actually going to take a look at the bracelet, make sure you know what kind of bracelet that you're dealing with, or whether or not it's a screw type or a pin type. This is a pin type. So it's going to have the hole, where you can see where it's been recessed. The pins have been recessed into the hole. So basically what you're going to do, you want to pay attention to the direction of the arrows underneath. There's an arrow. That's the direction that the pins go. And if you have a cat, you're probably not going to want to have him on the same table as you when you're doing this, because that kind of makes things a little bit more difficult, because especially if your cat's like mine and he thinks he's helping with every single thing that I put my hands on. He wants to try and put his paws on everything that I'm doing. That kind of makes things a little bit more difficult, but he's a good cat, so I kind of give him a little bit of leeway, probably more than most people would, but I'm just a very patient cat dad with him. I don't know if you saw my other video where I tell you the story about my buddy Shrody, but he was a rescue that I found outside, and he really needed my help. And I basically, when I found him, he was about the size of a mouse, and he had been abandoned by the mother, and he really needed me to step in and help him out. And now he tries to help me with everything I'm doing, including resizing this watch right here. But he's a good cat, and I love him. So I got 2 removed on one side, and basically, I don't know if you saw how I did that, but basically you just use this tool to line it up with the recessed side of the watch bracelet. You can see the recessed holes. That's a recessed hole, and that's a flush hole. So you want to pull it, you want to push this through on the recessed side, and I've got the 2 links out. So these are the 2 links that I just pulled out, and then I'm going to pull 2 links out from the other side. I probably should have removed this while I had it open, so I'll do that now. So once again, push this through on the recessed side. I'm going to take 2 out. So you line it up, you press it through. You can kind of see it the pin pull through on the other side there. Then I'm going to move down 1 link to 2 links and do the same thing over here. And of course, every other one was coming out fine, and now this one's going to give me a hard time. Go. Alright, so this one's going to be a pain in the ass now that I've got everything else done here. Get down to the last one, and the last one's going to be a pain, so I've got to get 1 more link out in order to size this appropriately, so let's try and get this one out here. And of course, sometimes these sizing tools that you get free with the watch, they're not the greatest. So I will post a link to a better tool that you can get online. It comes with a kit. I've got plenty of them because I've got about 1,000 watches, so I've always got plenty of tools that I can use. And that one should have actually held up a little bit better, but it's got a plastic screw on it, and there we go. Now this one ended up working better, but see, this one right here had like a plastic kind of screw on it. This one I get with this one came with an Olev's watch, which is another watch brand, very, very good quality watch, and this is a all metal pin tool. So all right, so I've got that out, and that's 2 and then 3. So I've got 1 more pin to actually remove, which will be removed from this side, and Why is this being such a... Yeah, still need to get that one out. All right, so if that doesn't work, it's always good to have the tool, because now we're going to have to do this. So this tool works basically, you get this with the kit, and then you place this in here. It's got a hole for the bottom so the pin will come out. Then you use a tool like this. You put it up here in the hole, and you just tap it with the hammer, and there you go. Much easier. I should just use it that way every time, but sometimes you can just get away with the pin tool and it works great. But in this situation, it did not. So I'm gonna place this pin back in, put it on top of the jig here, and hammer it in. Okay, now we're going to try, well, I do have to remove it to the outside. Let's see here. So we're going to readjust. Readjust the micros. Put it on the second to the last. So we need to do that on both sides. There we go. So now it's on the second to the last hole instead of in the middle. Now we'll try it, see if it fits right. If it fits right, we are gold. And there we go. Perfect. There you go. That's how you resize a Steeldive sd1953. And guys, I am so impressed with this watch. These Steeldive watches are great. I am going to post a link to this watch in the description below so you guys can pick one of these things up. And I swear to you, it is much easier to resize these watches if you don't let your cat help you do it. Because he really doesn't know how to resize a watch, even though he thinks he does. Most cats, I would venture to guess, most cats don't know how to resize watches, so they're not very helpful. So what I usually like to do after I've resized a watch is I like to take all of the links that I have removed, put them all together in one chain, basically, just in case you ever sell the watch or something ever happens. You have all of the links and the pin that you removed all together. It's a good practice to do this, because that way you can always go back and pull out whatever watch you have resized, and however many links that you have removed will all be connected from whatever watch you've done. So it's always a good practice to do that. But there we go. There we have it. Beautiful, beautiful Steeldive sd1953. Guys, honestly, I want to say this is probably going to be my favorite watch here. I cannot tell you enough how much I love this watch. The way this thing looks, it's just beautiful. And being that it is an automatic with the NH35 Japanese movement, the sweeping second hand, the sapphire crystal, the luminous dial, the ceramic bezel, guys, this thing just on spec alone should be $150 to $200, and you can get this thing for around $50 on AliExpress right now. $50. I mean, how can you even argue with that? So I'm going to post a link to this, like I said, in the description below. If you guys want to pick one up, I'd appreciate it if you did. Click on that affiliate link, because it does send $1 or $2 over to me. It doesn't cost you anything more to do it, but it does send $1 or $2 to me, and it's not a fortune, but it does help the channel out. And like I said, if you like this content and you want to see more of it coming your way, please do the thumbs up, like, and subscribe, so I can keep coming up with this content for you guys. And once again, I am Dave the Watchman. I review budget-friendly watches for the everyman, because I don't believe that you should have to spend a fortune to look like you have a fortune. And that being said, hope you guys have a great day today. And once again, shout out to all my current subscribers. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for all your support, all the likes, all the comments, and all the love. I could not appreciate you guys more. Thank you so much for everything you do, and I hope to see you guys in the next watch review video. I am Dave the Watchman, and I am out of here. You have a great day.